Okay, here's another video for the fourth book in the same series of ring junk journals that I've been doing, and I haven't really been telling about all the details of every book, otherwise it would take 20-30 minutes, and I just don't want to bore everyone to death. But anyway, this is a postcard that I enlarged and put on here. This is a little booklet that I made, and this is inspired by another wonderful artist, Michelle Mooney, whose channel is called Paper Addiction. This is from a little book, and I just added the little hand stamp that she mentioned in one of her videos, the stamps that were all over the Angie Bunner books. I used the same stamp throughout in just various ways to add a little vintage stamping. I think it's really cute, and put some real pretty tea stain rose paper in here too, and it's shabby and junk journal like. So anyway, that's the pocket here. This is a Tim Holtz tag. It can go on jewelry or anything that your heart desires. Yeah, that's the next page. I bought burlap. I've got lace. I've just added this on the way Angie did on her book. Some little beads here, and a nice little string that comes along with being shabby. Live, laugh, love. Who doesn't love that? This is another die cut that also is the same die as this one here, this tag. And it's Tim Holtz Alterations, and so this is one of the die cuts here. This is just something I pinned up here because I got that tag held in with lace. It's from another paper collection, and it's a lot of burlap and country looking paper, really cute. And I mixed it in with, it's all eclectic, mixed in with the Paris theme here. And here's a super postcard here I made in Germany. It's aged naturally. This is why we tea stain paper, so we can get the same feeling. This is beautiful. I wish I knew what all of these things were, but this is a furry kind of feeling, some plastic. I don't know what that is, but it has sort of a velvet texture, but truly a interesting postcard with some raised effects on it. Beautiful. This will be sold with the book if you're interested. Anything you see in the video that's in the book comes with a book. It's part of the book. Beautiful paper. I took some of my new stamps and just did some fun stuff. I think these turned out a little bit better than some of the other ones, but I don't throw away the other ones. If somebody doesn't want them, they can find some artwork to put them on or whatever. Little tag. This is a metal plate too. This also goes with the Tim Holtz die that I had on earlier, except it is the centerpiece, so you kind of get several different things, and you can make little tags or plates depending on what you cut. I didn't really do anything. That's up to whoever gets it. And here's some more little things I've added in. This is another die that I got not that long ago. Just got my machine too, so I'm actually having fun and practicing. And this is a copy. I don't know how that got on the back, but it was photocopied at the staples. This is a piece of music that was aged naturally, and I glued it down onto this other tea stain piece of paper with one of my favorite stamps. This was going to be a fun little postcard to put in here, and when I was doing the grommets, it got stuck because I forgot to take things out when I was doing that, so it's now part of the book forever, I guess. Washi tape, just embellishing with shabby, tattered kind of things, and put a little tag here. It says a love story. That can be put on anything. Little tags cut out of some groovy paper. Tuck spots here and there. This is a postcard, and it's not a full postcard like the other ones. It's a cutout, but when I scanned it, you can't tell. I took it to the printer and made some copies, and just some scraps here of tea stain paper and stamping I put on the back. And the pin on it too is a little Tim Holtz pin and some ribbon in a tea stained envelope I sewed on. The ruffle here is from some Gail K fabric that I picked up purposely for these books and ripped it to make it tattered, which was a beautiful thing I saw in Angie Bunner's book too. She does a great job at making the tattered books. And you saw this on the front of the other one. This is a used postcard copied in one of my little hearts that I've been practicing with soldering, and a couple different pieces of trim, another little embellishment that I bought years ago, and I've got a couple hanging around still, haven't gone on anything. There's a tea stained envelope. I got a whole bunch of these from the thrift store, and I'm down to the last 2 or 3. This is just some tags that can go in black, white, and gray, and whatever you want. Actually, to go with tea stained books, pink. You want to make little notations in your photo albums or journals or something. And then of course I threw in another little pop of color from my painted paper that I like doing so well. And I'm sorry, I have to do it. Little tag cut out. And that goes back there. This is from a shirt. This is from a gown that I tore apart. And I added the key, so the key goes to this little bird cage over here. Just being silly. Here's a punched tag, and I have the punch for that. They are super cool. This is some wallpaper, and I glued it on here, cut it, and trimmed it, cornered the edges of a lot of things I do, not everything, more stamping. This is the back of some very old vintage photographs. They're far across the room right now, so I won't run over there. And I just did a little bit more stamping here. Here's another one that was on the back of a very old photograph. I noticed that Angie Bunner had put several of those throughout different parts of her books. And I said, oh, I know what that is. Anyway, it's great for your vintage style books and junk journals, and you can write on them, put postcards, but that's on some nice heavy paper here. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a sinus problem or cold or whatever it is. It's been dragging on for more than a week here. This is in the stamp set that has anything written like vintage style, vintage finds, and handmade, cute as a button, so forth. And here's one of the little flowers. I took the recollections and added gesso and paint and so forth. And as you can see, a lot of sewing, grommeting, and almost all the pages, and that is also something I saw in Angie's books, and I was like, I gotta do that. So I have a crocodile, not a crocodile, but a crocodile with a P, crop. This is another postcard. It's a birthday postcard, and I copied it and put it on here. Another Valentine's postcard, and it's not tea stained, but as you can see, this side looks tea stained because the original is very, very used and loved. It's sitting over there in my postcard pile. And this is another back of another photograph. I don't know if these photographs are from 1900s or 1800s, but they certainly don't make photographs the way they used to. The photos are on some heavy cardstock, and people who have seen those know what I'm talking about. They're the best in the world. I've got a punched out heart from another die, and this was in a stash from my aunt's. It says handmade with love, and yes, it is. Back here, I thought anyone who gets this, I can put pictures or change out anything that's in here. I made this so that it slides in and out real easy. I've got a couple that are under construction, and I'm adding in stuff like this, and also some other books that have picture frames on the front that I'm going to be able to open it up, and you're going to be able to change out the picture or whatever from the inside. But when it's closed, then it looks like a regular photo frame sitting there. And the purposes of my books are for fun, for art, for gifts, for collecting, for just enjoying what you have. This one here, there's quite a bit in it, as all of them. They're packed full for the price that I'm asking. I think you're getting a good bit. There's a lot of time that goes into it. Like I said, I didn't go over every single little detail, but there's a lot of time involved. So I hope that someone will find something appealing about these books, and as I did, and take one home and enjoy it. Thank you.